How is it possible that you are alive and yet have no story to tell? These words were rightly spoken by Sonia, a character in Russian novelist Dostoevsky's famous novel Crime and Punishment. And yes, I too have a story to tell. But this story is not just mine. It is the story of more than 200 million women all over the world whose voices are silent, and today I want to become their voice by sharing my story. My name is Amaya and I live in Pakistan. I belong to a minority religious group where the custom of secret female genital mutilation is still prevalent.
It is really sad and unfortunate, that horrendous, I feel it is like a crime, that it still goes on in so many parts of the world, especially unfortunately where there are Muslim people. The most prevalent, it seems, is in the Muslim communities, and unfortunately practiced in Pakistan and in India amongst a certain sect of Muslims.
I became a victim of such practice when I was only 6 years old. I still remember that day, that very moment when my most important body part was cut off without my consent.
I was 3 years old, and the night before I was given an extra portion of rice.
I was subjected to genital mutilation. I can still feel the pain of that sharp blade when I was circumcised. That day, my mother showered ample love on me and dressed me up with my favorite frock. It was not usual at all. Both my mother and my aunt took me to the park nearby to let me play for a while. Soon, I was told to attend a birthday party at my aunt's friend's place, which got me excited. But when we got there, I found no such celebration happening. Instead, I was taken to a strange room and was told to sit on a bed surrounded by a few women. Simultaneously, I heard these words: "You have a bug inside you which keeps you contaminated. We must remove it to purify you." One of those women held my hands and one of them held my legs. Then another lady headed towards me with a sharp blade, and something was gone forever. There were only tears and shrieks of loss and sorrow.
The way it is practiced, it is very cruel. Sometimes it's practiced under very unhygienic conditions, because obviously it is not a legal surgery that they do. It is done kind of undercover.
Female genital mutilation is a condition in which parts outside the vagina cut in the different stages. There are 4 stages. Stage 1, in which the clitoris is cut. Stage 2, along with the clitoris. Stage 3, clitoris, small lips and the bigger lips. And in stage 4, the open part, the cut part, it is stitched with the help of a thread, and only a small opening is left for passing of the urine.
Why me? Why was this done to me? Who could get any benefit from it? I even cried out to God, asking why, but the silence echoed back.
I feel the issue of female genital mutilation is basically about controlling women. The fact that women must not indulge in any kind of sexual pleasure, and that they are made for men's pleasure. There are all these concepts around, very patriarchal concepts. I know that in Pakistan it is considered a taboo subject. But why should there are so many taboo subjects? And somebody has to break the barrier. And I know that in the world it has been called that, it has been given this terminology that this is a crime and this must be it must be stopped.
I stand with many other million women who have been through the same brutality. Our voices may have been silenced for too long, but now is the time we will speak. We have suffered enough, but now we will not pass on this suffering to our next generation.